Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer bringing you day 6. Today's a day at sea, and I took some footage of the sea so you could see what it looked like. I had this idea that when you got into the middle of the Atlantic, there were always like 4 to 6 foot waves, and that it was always windy because there's nothing to stop the wind. But this is what it actually looks like. It actually is more windy than you might guess. Like I tried to commentate this live, and there was so much wind noise that I couldn't use it, so now I have to commentate it like this, with a mic and let you know what I'm looking at. But there are flat seas. So we are about 1/3 of the way between Africa and the Caribbean. So that's what we're doing. The ship is on its way, sort of, what would that be, southwest? And yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I talked to my father, who's crossed the Atlantic. This is his 5th time. And he says that sometimes it goes completely flat, like glass. Most of the time it's like this, and one time it was huge. One time there were like big waves crashing over the bow of the ship, and that was his first time actually, so he thought it was normal. His idea of what the middle of the Atlantic looks like was formed by watching old World War II movies, where like, the big battleships are crashing, and then they make it look like the seas are this really, really treacherous thing. And what seas actually look like quite a bit is this, which kind of surprised me. And I always, like, growing up through history lessons, you hear about, oh, this is the crew area, by the way. This is the pool they never use. This is the front of the ship. Talk about that in a second. But I grew up hearing about all these like treacherous journeys that like Columbus took as he sailed from, where did he take off? England, Italy, over to the U.S. And I wonder how many other days were just like this, kind of boring, wishing there was more wind, just sort of cruising along, not as crazy, dangerous, treacherous as they made it out to be. I don't know, but hey, Colin. So this is the crew area. They never use this ship, this pool. I mean to say, the thing is always empty. Never, ever, ever have I ever seen a crew member down there just lounging around, playing in the sun, etc. So I have this theory. I have this theory that instead of hanging out at the pool, the crew, they all live on the first floor. It's like below the water level. And I've never been down there, but I picture it to be like this naughty lair, like Dirty Dancing. Like, on the top of the ship when they hang out with us, they're all formal. They wear their tuxedos and do their thing, just like Dirty Dancing. But you go underneath, and they're all like rowdy there, doing their thing with each other, just being crazy crew members, living up their early 20s in this sort of artificial environment that exists only on cruise ships. I don't know. That's my theory. So, in addition to the water, I also got some footage of me teaching my son to swim. So I used to be a fairly decent swimmer. Those of you who are actually swimmers can evaluate my stroke. Tell me what you think. But yeah, so here I am teaching him to swim, and then in a moment, like, he tries to sort of imitate and do my thing. When we hang out at the pool, we split our time a little bit. Sometimes I just throw him in the air and smash his face into the water and do like the fun father-dad stuff. And then the other times are like this, where I'm actually teaching him how to swim a little bit better and do the instructional stuff no better. So here we are hanging out in the pool. If you look at the water, you can see the thing is like shaking around. The even in still waters, in a swimming pool environment, the waves, they go back and forth, and it's kind of cool. It kind of adds to the effect, although it doesn't make for a really great swimming environment. You can see me sort of getting thrown from left to right in the waves of the pool. So here we are. Here, if you look, water goes down, water comes up. That's the nature of a swimming pool in the middle of a boat. So Colin can swim. If you throw him in the middle of the pool, he'll make his way back to the edge. But he's not like a competitive swimmer just yet. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. In a minute here, I think he's going to do his doggy paddle. Come on, Colin. Show us what you got. There it is. Doggy paddle like a boss against the current. He's coming back to me. But I'm trying to get him to go arm over arm. It will come. It will come. It's not a problem. I think I just touched that guy there, which, I don't know. No homo. So here he is. Doggy paddle like a boss. That's my boy. That's my boy. So coming up in a second, I'm going to show you that they always do this towel art. So we come back from dinner and we're wondering what we're going to get. And this time it was a dinosaur. So is that some sort of stegosaurus? I don't know what the chocolates on his back are supposed to be. But that's that. Hey, I also uploaded a video today via the scheduled uploader, so it might not show up in your sub box, about the Modern Warfare 3 kill streak. So there's an annotation on the screen. You can check that out and have a nice day.